Well, hello all you fans of Rando out there, and welcome to week 4 of the Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League. We've got Kabuki Drop on tap for you today between Crystal Roller Crew, Armlex, and the Spoilers Shady Force. I'm MindDM. I'm joined in the booth today by another member of Crystal Roller Crew, IB Karma. Hey Karma, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Figuring that I'm going to be watching. Might as well help calm.
Planning to be here anyway. Show up in the booth. This works. Yeah, we should have our runners underway here momentarily, so let's talk Kabuki Drop for a hot second.
Yeah, so somebody asked in chat, I posted the settings for it. Kabuki Drop's kind of a little bit interesting. It's a standard start, assured sword, boot start, all dungeons, full key sanity, including key drops from enemies and pots, and the best part about it is no blue balls, no Ganondorfs.
Yeah, so all dungeons, we're going to have to do everything. There are a bunch of additional keys that are all shuffled around, so you go to Agatower, you think, well, I need 2 Agatower Smalls. This is a key sanity seed, right? No, you need 4. You go to Swamp Palace, you think, I need 1 Swamp Palace. No, you need, well, depending on what glitches you're going to do and what checks you want to check, 4 or 5. Or, you know, on the rare seed where the hook shot is behind the Spexy statue, you're going to need all of them. That's fun.
Yeah, the numbers in this mode on when to dip and how many it takes, it's kind of fun to learn, honestly. Like Ice Palace. Normally you don't care if you have a key to go into Ice Palace. For this mode, you need at least 1. 2 is great.
And of course, always watching out for those big keys, especially the ones that look pretty skippable. Certainly seen a few games this week hinge on one runner or the other having access to a big key when they go to a dungeon, only to find, say, Samaria in the Thieves' Town big chest. You need a spare small key for that, or Castle Tower key in Ice Big, things of that nature.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to see if we can get someone to crop the stream a little bit better.
It'll at least be playable in the meantime.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to this race, though. This mode has a lot of twists and turns, a lot of different choices you can make, and a lot of it's just when you make the right choice. How do you limit your double dip? Oh, I think they're ready to go. We just haven't told them they're good to release.
Yeah, a little communication probably helps there, but here we go. We'll get the runners. We've got a countdown starting just as soon as Shady's ready. There we go. Okay, so runners 15 seconds in the room. Will be a little longer until we see them going on our end, but yeah, this game will get underway momentarily.
Okay. Gotcha, Zelga. That makes sense. Yeah, we got somebody looking at his stream to get him fixed up a little bit. He also told us his stuff may be a little iffy. So if we see some choppiness on Shady's side, it's expected. Oh, no, we're not going to have another 15-minute delay. They should be starting any moment.
How many years has it been since we did away with delay at this point? At least 2, right?
Yeah, we haven't had the long delays like that, which I'm thankful for. Having to get on and set your stream to whatever it was, 900 seconds or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then letting that run off at the end, that was the real thing. It's like, I don't really want to sit here for an extra 15 minutes. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that.
Alright, so we got it started on one side, which means we're going to be a little bit desynced. And we start with a mirror.
Okay, well, there's a free minute off of the escape sequence. That's nice.
No, Arm didn't start his timer. Cool. We'll rely on Shady's timer. I do like this MSU. I think we're hearing Crypto the Necrodancer from Cheney.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, because ARM, I think, is using Mario Mix if we ever move over to that. Early bomb. Okay, this seed's being nice.
Guards in bomb pack, and you've already got your Hyrule Castle big key.
Yeah, this is being way too nice. I remember when they first started trialing out these modes before they did the change they did for League, which was no Hyrule Castle keys in Castle Tower, where you could
get Hyrule Castle key. Yeah.
Yeah, where you could get those seeds where you get Cape or Master Sword and have to backtrack and go to Castle Tower to get your small keys. It was great.
That was a design choice, all right.
Hey, it's a small key to this dungeon. And another small key to this dungeon.
I love this Think Dorm sprite for Shady, by the way. This is great.
I do too. I knew we weren't going to have a good sprite from ARM because he's vanilla, but I was expecting the boo, not going to lie. But I'm appreciative of Think Dorm. I'm just curious what Think Dorm's going to look like with Mel upgrades.
That's a good question. We'll probably find out. One of these things with the mode is you're going to make an awful lot of checks. The chances that you're going to dodge all the mail upgrades, kind of low.
Oh, we're not even picking up the heart piece. Just straight up. Yep. We swapped over to Mario music. Oh, we were a little desynced. Nice. Okay.
We were certainly a little desynced. Oh, ARM got his timer more or less going.
Yeah, so now ARM is slightly ahead then.
Realistically, it's a mode where you're not expecting it to be separated by about 4 seconds at the end, so I wouldn't worry overly much about what looks like a gap in either direction at the moment.
No, we were talking before the race, and it's like, this mode, it's hard to tell who's winning until you're like an hour and a half in at least. Unless it's a
somebody
fast
just
game.
objectively makes a mistake somewhere, which can happen.
Oh yeah. Or it's just a super straightforward fast seed. The Think Dorm sprite is amazing.
That rat didn't even have the decency to drop a key. Of course, if it did, we might have problems, since we already had all the Hyrule Castle smalls.
Seat beyond beatable.
Suddenly doors.
Insurmountable hashtag Ninja Bro. Thanks, Telethar. We're definitely not the brightest comms crew. I will definitely prove that at some point this evening.
No, Telethar's had the misfortune of co-oping with me before. He knows how dumb I am.
He's not had to play with me yet, though, so he doesn't. He everybody knows how crazy I can be, though.
Everybody saw the 16 bush red beetle.
So, oh, I honestly lost count. I think it was 17. I think I missed one. Nothing super interesting so far, but we're gonna just be traveling on a basic. Ooh, are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna split here.
Well,
ARM saying no.
I like this from Armlix better than I like it from Shady because you need 4 Castle Tower small keys to get whatever this is. The chances that it's important in the near term are pretty low.
Did Arm just skip a map? I mean, you have to do all dungeons anyways. I guess it's fine. Oh, that's a blue cane. That's interesting.
It is, and really you're going to let the keys in this mode tell you where you ought to be going. It's less, well, is this dungeon dependent or a crystal, and more, do I have whatever a logical breakpoint is to make this dungeon a good idea?
Yeah, I'm the same way, Telethar. I don't think I would have scouted it either in this mode, but it's fine to know what it is. It makes it more interesting for us. I mean, knowing it's blue cane, at least it's not like a ruby.
If that is somehow logic for Spike Cave, I will have a good laugh later, but later is probably at least 45 minutes from now, and I'll have forgotten.
I'm just, at this point, I'm just looking and I'm like, okay, what's our next thing gonna be to push us somewhere? And it's just, so far, nothing.
Eventually, we just expect Dark World access to come out. It's pretty difficult with the the key drops shuffled in, for this to give you a really early dungeon, necessarily.
Yeah, I missed Pearl, though we got Pearl. We're getting a lot of heart pieces and hearts. Oh, another small key. Pod, cool.
Something else we can't use yet.
What was the other small key? And well, I didn't catch what it was. He clicked too fast.
I'm not sure right off the top of my head, but Shady will show it to us here in a second.
Right here. Skull. Okay. Nothing important. Not yet. We already have Merle. It can't be in Hera. Okay, ice key. Okay. You need at least one. What about second pearl? We're not hobbits. This is no second breakfast situation.
Well, it's kind of like no logic double rods in this case. It's all keys double pearl or something. I don't know. It's kind of like 2 pearl.
We're getting a lot. 2 pearl, 2 furious?
That's the one.
We're getting a lot of early pod keys. I'm worried.
Which is all well and good as soon as the game gives us Dark World access and access to Palace of Darkness, which we just don't have right now. It's preparing everything for later. We'll get there eventually, Carmen. It'll be fine.
I mean, definitely Mini Moldorm Cave. It has to have something, right? It has to have at least something.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
Dude, he is going to do the split. He's going to go straight to Mini Moldorm Cave. He's either splitting or he's going Mini Moldorm left. I'm unsure which yet. Hold on, I think I still have it copied. Yeah, here. There's the list. There's the list for Kabuki Drop.
Small cash money, compass, sticks, cape. Okay.
Hey, good news. Lumberjack dead.
Not only that, it gives you the first check in Castle Tower. Not that you really want that yet, but you could do it.
Oh, we did get big key to Eastern is in damn.
And Armlix, having gone immediately to Mini Moldorm Cave East, is not going to have that just yet.
No, I assume he's going to probably... I don't know if he's going to water walk or he's going to save and quit from here. Ooh, Castle Tower 1?
Alright, where's the lamp? That's kind of interesting all of a sudden.
Half magic? Okay, he's definitely water walking something. He's probably doing waterfall and man into the bridge, if I had to guess.
That's the easy way to go about it, especially when you don't have Zora money.
My team seems to like skipping Zora, at least first trip. I did not see what Shady just got. I looked
Cash
away.
money.
Okay, cool.
$50 gets him a little closer to Zora, but that's all it does.
Another pod. And another ice. Okay.
Out of logic behind some flippers that we won't worry about for at least another 20 minutes.
I'm beginning to feel like Lamp probably just saw Eastern.
It certainly looks that way.
If I had to guess, it's probably Lamp and a piece of our Dark World access over in Saha Eastern, and then the other piece is going to be behind it. Oh, another Castle Tower small on Man Under the Bridge.
That one we're a little more interested in being flipper locked right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh no, what's he doing? He's buying bombs.
Well, when you've spent them all and you're not willing to farm more of them off of guards, spend 50 rupees, it's fine.
Yeah, but I think we're about to go to Saha Eastern without the Eastern Big.
We also don't have a bow, we don't have Eastern Palace small keys yet, so you'll get back to it. Unless it's very specifically something that you need right now to continue cracking the seed open, you're probably alright with this.
We've been getting all these keys and Pod's Green Pendant. Desert one. We are going to Eastern. Hopefully, for my team's sake, hopefully nothing's in Eastern Big. But I will say, with the way Eastern treated the teams last night, it would only be fair. Ice 3.
That's a much more accessible Ice Palace small key.
That's 4. That's a lot of ice malls.
We're missing a lot to get into ice at the moment, Karma.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, that's a lot of early ice malls. It would just be yelling at me that when I got access, that's where I'd want to go there sooner rather than later. Oh.
Okay, this play for Armlux just got a little dicier with that key to this dungeon showing up in this dungeon.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Again, if the bow doesn't show up right now, then it really doesn't wind up meaning a whole lot.
Well, logically, whatever is in Eastern is in Big Chest. I'm actually unsure. I know this is the Mario mix, but I'm unsure what tracks are actually on this. Oh my god, Bo is just there. Oh god. Where's Lamp then on Zora?
Could be Zora, could be Castle Tower 1.
It can't be Zora. Can't be Zora because we don't have any access
we don't have
to
Glove,
Zora.
do we? You're right.
Yeah.
Well, when we pull a glove off of
Arm is about to be
Eastern
filled
Palace Big
real bad.
Chest.
Arm is about to feel real bad.
But this is going to work out really well for Shady.
Yeah. Shady is going to have first dungeon down, I'm pretty sure. Zap is saying a few nice choice words for our teammate. Like I said, this mode is just so interesting and all the little things you can do that make such a big difference. Like timing wise.
It's wrong ordering the mode, pretty much, or at least it is when I play it.
Well, let's see what Arm left in Big Chest. That's important.
Yeah, that's pretty important. And of course, Armlix is doing something entirely reasonable here and just continuing to double down on, I'm not getting punished by that Eastern Palace Big Key. Whatever I need to do is here instead, and then I can just pick that up later when I can do the dungeon.
Well, the thing is, like, Hammer doesn't give us any further access right now. So, more than likely, Lamp is here. Oh, Shady is not going to try to beat the dungeon.
Interesting.
So, I'm assuming Lamp is in this first chest, if I had to take a guess. Or
Could
Glove.
be Glove. Could be Glove for Dark World
Yeah.
access.
It is Glove. Okay. So now the radar, the alarm bells should be going off for Arm. But that does give him, like, Zora and other things, which is bad.
Of course, he's going to spin this key first, thinking, well, maybe I'm just sequence breaking around the lamp right now, and I'm fine. He's not, but that was the hope.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to go for the third item in that. Like, Shady's like, wait, I got Dark World access.
Shady thought about it for just a second, and he said, you know what, why do I want to do these checks slower than I'm going to be able to do them later, when they're out of logic, and I can't complete the dungeon, and I just got Dark World access, and can go look at everything.
So Arm is now assuming that Lamp is in the big chest, is what it seems like. Yes, Arm will be forced back, as long as he doesn't find other Glove randomly.
Shady pulls a hundo, red ring. There's another one of those Ice Palace small keys.
And we got a rod of the Frozen Persuasion.
And yet another CTSK for Shady.
Oh, we're not going to be hunting for all the CT keys? Ooh.
No, just the last one.
It'll show up in a second. We'll be hunting for something else. Man, Arm is going all in that this is the play. The thing is, I think Arm will be more inclined to just beat Eastern when he goes back.
I don't think there's any good reason for him not to.
What, that?
Especially now that he's got both Eastern Palace small keys.
Oh, book is K45. This is... Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, Arm knows he has either Zora or the big chest of Eastern. So the question is, which one is he doing? I would assume Eastern since it's now clearable.
5 rupees for Shady on big game. At least it was quick.
That is true. You hate when you get those digs and it's like 28 out of the 30, and then you just get like the single arrow.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes rando do that.
Well, I thought first dungeon was going to be on Shady's side, but it looks like it's going to be on Arm's side. Unless he bells at Hammer. Now, when you see this hammer in the chest, do you just go like do the Eastern Big Key chest now because you're like, yeah, that feels bad?
The game made it really relatively accessible. We're just missing the lamp somewhere, and as long as the lamp is not somewhere truly obscure, the chances that something's in there are pretty good. And in point of fact, Arm's just going to do it first.
Zaph. Don't make promises that you may or may not have to keep. This is kind of a big deal. What's in this? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
Not necessarily super important yet, but nice.
Could be important later. We'll put a pin in that one and come back to it.
Oh, here we go. Just drop into a pot. Oh, he's not going to drop into a pot first.
Your teammate's not a coward, Karma. It may be foolhardiness, but he's not a coward.
He's not far enough right there. We go. He's about to die. Yep. No,
right,
my
well,
team.
we're having an adventure. Meanwhile, we get a small kid pod over on Shady's side in the Vanilla Big Key location of Thievestown.
My teammate is not a coward, but sometimes more hyper-aggressive than he has to be.
As one property would have it, only the brave or the foolhardy.
Somebody else agreed with your statement. Thank you, Hitman.
JD's picking up some northern loop checks here. We'll get Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. It may be a good thing he went back looking for that Meyer Small. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, was it a Myers Fall in the dark?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And there are those flippers to put some of those keys we got into logic. Flippers in King's Tomb, so just get your Dark World access and take your mirror over there with your boots.
Probably some kind of obtuse angle telephone. We'll say like 110 degrees.
And that's the first dungeon on the board. It goes to Armlex of Crystal Roller Crew, surprisingly enough.
Even though we are severely behind on checks right now.
Shady's finally found a visual map that he's willing to pick up.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. We are walking straight to Dark World here and going pod.
There were several of those pod keys that came out relatively quickly. I'm not entirely surprised that Armlix wants to make this play.
No, I mean, if we had a big key, it would be awesome, but having hammer and bow makes it at least semi-reasonable. It's on Zora. Okay, no Zora punishment today. Yeah, I don't hate this either. I think overall Shady's route is
decent that
better.
there's a small key to pod in pod to put the back into logic.
Yeah, I think overall Shady's route's been better. This is the second time Shady's killed that one guard and it's dropped a bomb and he's had to double back for it, or decided to double back for it. But TR small.
Okay, those are pretty good. You're gonna need at least 5.
Yeah, anything we get out of here is pretty good. I mean, it's a pendant dungeon, which means it could be GT locked. Does Arm feel like hovering today? Yes.
It feels like trying. See, there's a small key to this dungeon in the front, just inviting you to the back with the other 3 keys you'd already gotten.
Nice. I mean, still only 4, which means we are up with skipping at least a check or 2. A check. Well, we're forced to skip boss, big chest, and another check of our choice, which at this point is probably vanilla big key. Okay. We're getting a lot of small keys. I'm trying to see what Shady's getting to.
That was a TR small on Shady's side.
Yeah, I keep looking over right as text boxes are fading. Okay, mushroom. Cool. Items and things.
Second sword's pretty good. Shady's gonna be happy with that one.
Oh yeah. Sword's is good. Spending one of our 2 skull smalls. That's a choice.
There's the Harabig for Shady, which means that he's going to be able to complete that dungeon when he goes to, and the flute.
Oh boy. Oh, we got mitts on Arm's side. That's what we just missed. Wait, were those mitts were harmless Hellway, which means they're 6 key pod locked?
Well, no wonder the game's been throwing pod keys at our runners then. That's interesting. You know that you're not looking for pod keys behind mitts, which is potentially an advantage that Armlix has now.
That is kind of crazy that we have a 6 small key locked mitt. That doesn't occur too often. I think you realized that, Telethar. Oh, are we spending? Oh. Knowing that the mitts are 6 key locked, he's going ahead and opening this chest, assuming that he's just going to get another key.
Makes a lot of sense. Why leave it behind?
Yeah. And gets rewarded with another TR key. So we got a 6 locked TR key and a 6 locked pair of mitts.
And another Thieves Small.
Where was
Ooh,
the bottle?
first bottle for Shady turns into that fire rod.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. Where's the bottle at?
I think it almost had to be over on West Dark World somewhere, didn't it? Because after he got done doing Skull Woods and checking Bumper, he mirrored and went down and turned that in, so...
Yeah, he came back with all that stuff from with the flute from Skull. Yeah, that's actually a true statement too from Mr. Angry Pants. Is we can safely, probably pretty safely assume that our other pod smalls are not GT locked. Doesn't mean Big Key's not.
Yeah, it doesn't mean Big Key's not, but Small Keys absolutely can't be. Because you have to have access to at least one of those Mitts dungeons is going to be a crystal.
Mm-hmm. Well, more than that now, right? Or, yeah, I think more than that because we know Pod is one of our pendants. Might still only be one required.
Dueling Small Keys to Palace of Darkness. One of them's behind that book.
Interesting. Because book is on K45. Yeah, Shady already has access to all 6 pod keys. He has 5 and 1 was in right side.
I think Arm was hoping that Dig Game was actually going to give him a little money there, and it just didn't happen.
Arm's gonna work on with these mitts, I'm guessing. Yeah. So he's gonna be missing the flute and stuff for a hot minute.
The other bow was behind that Tower of Hera big key. Interesting.
Ooh, silvers.
Yeah, silvers are pretty free.
Alright, we're on the first boss for Shady. And it was a very quick boss. And another bottle.
The game just wants to make sure that you get your fire rod, that's all.
Ooh. Hook shot behind the mitts.
Going to be interesting to see what's on Dark Mountain now when Armalix gets up here, because Shady, no mitts, no hookshot is definitely not getting whatever those things are right now.
And this is what makes this mode so interesting. So objectively, Shady's play has been better, but because of Arm going straight to Dark World and Pod, he has a couple of new items that Shady does not have, which is going to make his a little bit later routing a little bit cleaner.
Well, it could do. I'm not sure that after the dam skip, I'm willing to extend him the benefit of the doubt at the moment.
That is fair. No punishment for Shady. He got his Skulky.
The only real punishment was, after that fire rod, he was otherwise in a position to just complete that dungeon, and because he had spent that key, was not.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes there before Pod.
I would certainly be tempted, see if I can't pull the Pod big. He doesn't know that the last Pod small is just in the dungeon, but from his perspective, it certainly could be tucked away in the back of Skullwoods.
It's just an interesting series of events so far. Oh, he's getting Pod money.
Yeah, he wants to go to Pod, but he knows that he can't.
Oh, Arma's running all the way back over to check the tablet.
He also still has to turn in.
Oh, okay. Did not realize he hadn't done that yet. So what's your favorite mode this league season, Medium?
Ooh, that's a good question, particularly since you're asking somebody who's not playing this season.
Which means you got the special thing of being mostly a spectator and a commentator.
Yeah, I do like the Kabuki drop. It does feel to me a bit like it's just Kabuki with some extra steps, but those extra steps can turn the seeds into something a little more interesting from time to time. They can also turn it into a bit more of a slog from time to time, so it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Just depends on what seed you get. I'm sure Randomizer Co-op Week is going to be hilarious as always.
Probably the week I'm looking forward to the most. I'm a big mystery fan too, but some of the mystery settings for this season are just okay. Ooh, we checked 2 things in Desert and just hard bailed. Didn't go check anything in the back, nothing.
With only the one small key, I can kind of understand it takes a little while to get there. You can't do a whole lot of checking there, and even once you go in, it takes a while to get to that second check.
So this is going to be interesting. So Arm may actually not get silvers. Because I don't remember, second sword was in Skull, right?
Yes.
So unless he finds another sword up here, he is not... Because Hera, where was Hera big?
That's what I'm trying to remember. The thing that he's going to be quote-unquote missing is another pod small on either tablet.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's not getting Hera big either, because I think that was off the mountain.
That's entirely possible.
A lot of Misery Mire smalls too. Silvers do objectively make some things a lot faster, such as this boss Shady's about to fight. While they are not hard required, unless you're playing swordless.
What, you don't want to do 57 hammer hits? 2-frame window?
Nah, nobody got time for that.
That's the Ether Medallion and another crystal on the board for Shady Force. And I totally missed what Armlux pulled out of Super Bunny Cave.
Nothing special. Ooh, we're getting the
Rock
medallion check.
entry.
Bombus.
Bombos.
Big key that we're gonna get. It'll be interesting to see what is all of this stuff up here is all 6 pod key locked, which we know where they are. It's not a super big deal, but still. Arm can beat Thieves Town now.
And the game really is just winging Meyer smalls at these runners.
What are the heavy things we still need? Like the big things. We still need some big keys, of course. Which big key is this that we're getting? Desert. Okay, we can beat Desert. Or almost beat Desert. We're one small key short from beating.
One more small key.
We are...
We'll need Cane of Samaria and Bombos for sure.
And Flippers.
Well, Shady's got Flippers.
Oh, where do we find Flippers at? Where did I miss Flippers?
That's in King's Tomb.
Okay.
So Arm probably just gets that off of his next save and quit.
Yeah, his whatever his next save and quit is. Ooh, we are not beating Hera, which means we are not getting Fire Rod right now. Okay, he's not grabbing King's Tomb.
Wants to make sure that he has some reason to go over to Graveyard Ledge, I guess.
That's fair. It does isolate that pretty badly. Is he going to go in and beat Thieves right now, though, is the question. Looks like we're going up to Skull first. Pelithar weighing in on timing. I don't know how to feel if I was in either runner's position.
If I'm in Arm's position, I still feel bad about the hammer. And the death in the back of Dark Eastern.
For sure. Shady probably is surprised by the Mets, but oh, there's the bottle. We got the bottle.
Yeah, I knew it had to be over here on West Dark World somewhere.
Yeah, I just didn't remember where we picked it up. We got so many dungeons we're like 1 or 2 things away from already.
And Armlix is preserving his 2 keys, which is going to work out pretty well for him. He doesn't know it yet, but that Fire Rod's almost about ready to fall into his inventory.
Well, he did go and get through. He had a 3rd key going in, so he opened the same door. Just already had the 3rd.
Yeah, that'll do.
Ooh, Meyer Shed. We hadn't seen this yet. Oh, there's the mill, and it did nothing to the sprite. Sad.
And that looks like ether for Meyer that Shady has marked.
Okay. So ether and bombos, which we have one. Nope. Oh, Shady is somewhere in desert. I don't know. Now we're almost getting to the. I like how Telethar praised Arm, and then the next sentence was saying Arm made a mistake. We're getting into the territory though where we're gonna have to make our decisions on not being able to clear some of these dungeons that we're gonna hit, and weighing our choices.
Which is probably fine. Shady's gonna go ahead and give us back to desert here.
There's a very high likelihood from Arm we get the Thief Skull. Did not go very far in that back of desert.
No, just wanted the quick check.
I'm guessing this is Skull from Shady.
He could want to do Smith sequence, but I would expect he does Skull first, and yeah, he is turning north.
Again, we're just at a point in the seed where it's like, they've both made decisions. We don't know which decisions are better yet. Shady has more dungeons completed by one. Fire Rod is on Sick Kid. Silvers are in Hera Big. Another bottle on Moldorm. Okay. Arm paid for his nothing sandwich. Samaria.
Alright, that's one of those big outstanding items that we still had, so when Shady goes back up the mountain, he's not going to be doing TR only because we still haven't found the medallion in question, but that could still fall into his inventory between now and then, theoretically.
Yeah, we still have 2 more items to check here. Not that one. Alright, Arm's about to get mythologic.
More swamp smalls, okay.
I mean, we'll take them. That's, what, 3? 3 according to his tracker, so I mean, we can't beat it yet.
Ben, from Shady's perspective, without the hook shot as well, that's not really a dungeon you want to go dipping into.
He should get hook shot before too much longer. We're getting a ped check.
Logic? I don't think you're gonna pull that. You'd have to be pretty desperate.
It's interesting. Oh, we're going to Ite. Okay, this makes sense.
I wondered if we might see this sooner rather than later.
Another TR small. Jeez. That'll be clearable TR when Arm gets that one. And well, key wise, well, we need big key still. Actually, we haven't found big key. We're still missing what? 3 big keys, 4 big keys. We haven't found Pod, we haven't found Meyer, we haven't found TR, and we haven't found GT yet.
And that's just the ones we know that we can't do without.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we know where any of those big keys are. We're also still on the hunt for CT4 like we always are. And then we need a couple more small keys for a couple more dungeons, but we're not getting too far off. Oh, big key to this dungeon. Vanilla.
Okay, well, you're not leaving it behind, so there's that.
It's just straight vanilla, which makes it hilarious.
₹50 on the key drop, piece of heart, yeah.
So routing ice is always so interesting because you're debating on what you're doing with the berry. And there's Bombos.
Shady doesn't know it yet, but he needs that.
Fire, locked fire, something, something. Wait. Oh, Shady's going backwards to the berry. Oh, he just realized he's... Uh-oh.
He doesn't really want to spin this key, but now he's put himself in
Well,
a position.
no. It's more of the fact that he hit the switch, so the switch is in the wrong position.
Yeah. Yep.
And you either have to bomb jump or hover now.
I wouldn't even begin to know how to set up a reverse bomb jump of that.
I'm sure it's probably possible.
That sounds like a Doors trick to me, Karma. You should know that.
No, I don't get that much into it.
Well, if you don't know, I don't know anyone who would.
No, like people like Jim would know.
Yes,
Ooh, hair
I know
basement.
Jim.
We got the key for hair basement. We still got what? 2 more checks? 3 more checks we can do in here, plus boss. So we got 4 more checks out of ice we got to get still. So we can still have some more goodies here. Arm got his Samaria.
I would say it's kind of tough to miss, but I was watching a race earlier today where someone skipped under bridge chest in the back of Skull Woods and went backward, and there was nothing there. They weren't actually getting punished for it. It was just an unintentional skip, so
Nope.
I've seen it happen. There's that Meyer Big, though, for Shady Force. That's down there in Iced Tea.
Oh, which big? Meyer?
Meyer.
Oh, nice. Ooh, iced tea. Nobody likes doing that one. Okay,
So all
so
of a sudden-
Arm
Yeah, Shady's got another clearable dungeon out of this.
Arm made a decision that I find questionable, but somebody else can tell me if it was actually questionable. He was at 2 hearts, got the Samaria, and mirrored instead of death warping. I mean, at that point, you just take the hit, but he got rewarded with a fairy, so it doesn't matter.
Shady cleans up Cold Stare. There's another one of those Desert Palace small keys.
Okay. I can't tell, I can't really tell if Arm is just objectively behind right now or not.
I think he is, although it's not by a whole lot.
Well, it's hard to tell because he's got... So, why is he going to... Oh, he's going to go do Shed and... Yeah. He's going to go do Shed and Checkerboard, at least. Yeah, he has Hook and has done DDM. Is his big advantages.
Compared to Shady, who has finished Ice Balance.
Yes.
So, Arm is behind, but it's not by as much as it immediately appears.
We're a small key away from beating Desert. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad.
It's worse if he doesn't pull something like, say, TR keys out of this, I guess? TR keys would be something that could help him out.
Not really, because Shady's going to one-shot this dungeon.
True.
This is just objectively time loss. He doesn't know it, but it is.
And of course it's keys, so you don't even have the excuse of a non-keys mode where, well, I have to find the big key for this dungeon anyway. You do, but it's not in here.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Shady's coming right here. Yeah. Because it's full clearable for him. Well, there's our Swamp 4. Swamp's now beatable. And this might be a thing where he decided to dip it because it's a pendant. Thinking the big key could just be GT. I mean, we're gonna get to see both teams run these same items through this dungeon, so I doubt either one of them skips anything in here. TR Big is in cutscene.
I suppose we can call that French vanilla. There's supposed to be a big key there, just not that one.
Another Meyer Small.
Well, that TR big key is required. It has to put it in logic somewhere.
Yeah, I'm debating. Like, I think that put Orm way farther behind going into this dungeon. I'm just not sure about how much. Two Meyer Smalls are in Meyer.
Again, we had to put that Turtle Rock big key in logic somehow.
I know, it's just hilarious. That one was hard vanilla. This pot key was still a pot key. Ooh, Swamp 5. We're actually going to get to see Fishbone from Shady first, because of the direction Shady took. And garbage. Only difference is this is where Arm's leaving the dungeon, whereas Shady is going to continue and beat the dungeon.
Shady's trying to give that time back getting the rail clip. Eventually gives up on it.
I mean, sometimes that Fire Snake just has it out for you. He gets caught right up in the top and you have like one shot to get it. before he comes back into that corner. Arm's now going swamp. Reasonable.
He's got the keys, he's got the hook, he's got everything he needs to get in and beat the dungeon.
I'm gonna be interested. I don't think Big Chest was anything, but I'm gonna be interested to see what's on Bossemeyer. Because I'm assuming Shady is just gonna follow Arm over to Swamp after Meyer.
It seems like a likely play at this point.
Oh yeah, not without Hook. Probably not without Hook.
Ah, true. It's easy to forget because Armalix has had that for so long, but Shady Force needs to get onto the Smith chain if he wants his hook shot.
It could be he goes Thieves, beats Thieves, and then grabs Smith chain. It's a very logical path to take. There's TR5. We can now beat TR. And Arm cannot get in there yet, but with knowledge we have on stream, we can beat TR. Shady. Yeah, Shady doesn't have Thieves Town big either. Jesus. He hasn't done DDM yet.
So he may wind up in a situation where he goes into an unclearable turtle rock, theoretically?
Theoretically, he could dive 4 small key TR while he's up the mountain.
TR in this mode tends to play somewhat like Pod, where it does seem to accumulate its own small keys more often than you feel like it ought. So it's not the worst thing in the world from a I'm looking at what I have available kind of play, especially when you've got 6 checks in Super Bunny / Hookshot Cave up the mountain already, plus that known big key sitting on Floating Island.
By the way, that's the full clear of Thieves Town now for Arm. That will more than likely be his next play.
GT small, not really interesting. The Tempered Sword, certainly helpful.
It being on left side swamp is definitely interesting.
Shady, come back, we miss you.
He did say his internet could be iffy for this race. He should still be racing. That is true. This mode is has very divergent paths. We do not have Swamp Ring.
Just in time to see Shady doing Smith Sequence and is going to be rewarded with a hookshot.
And Shady he's gonna take that to Swamp since he's got to do. He's got to take it to Swamp at this point. Oh, do we have powder? No, are we fake powder? We're fake powdering.
That's gonna take a little while.
If this is something big like CT4, it could be interesting. I did not see what he got.
It's a sword.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So now if he wants to skip left side swamp, he's not actually going to feel the pain of it. Arm does put swamp on the board there. And then immediately pulls a swamp small because, well, key drop.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. Now you could do swamp the normal way.
Arm fails the hardest trick in key drop, remembering that you've got all 3 small keys and you can pick that up right before you get to the boss.
Also failed the dash. Link's forehead's a little bit more bruised now.
More Desert Palace small keys coming out.
Still missing a few things, not too much though. From full go mode knowledge, we're still missing GT big, pod big. Is that it? And CT4.
And CT4, all of which could be in Ganon's tower, I believe.
I don't know if he's hard avoiding ice, he just hasn't been there yet. If he doesn't go to ice before he, like, I don't know. He should go to ice soon. He's doing this because it's full clearable. He doesn't know that ice is full clearable because he doesn't know the big key's in ice. Alright, having that Thief's Town key does not matter.
Yeah, we'll call it a peace of mind key.
That Spell's big key is very vanilla. Shady's gonna have butter silvers. You have to weigh your options in this mode. So, like, sometimes leaving behind a check isn't crazy. Like, a lot of people will leave Eastern Palace Big Key Chest, or Ice Palace, or Thieves Town Big Chest. It just depends on your mindset. What you're okay with skipping.
Looks like we'll get the desert clear from Armlix now. Shady's
Yeah,
still
this is
working
fair.
on Swamp Palace. It'll be a minute.
That's a fair choice from Arm. A red mail.
Coward. Yeah, he's very red right now, though.
Well, this is not a bad play. Like, what he's doing is not a bad play. He's clearing a dungeon. And doing checks. That is true. But you also got to go based on what the player themselves know. You have perfect knowledge, having seen what's in ice.
And even then, having seen what's in ice, Shady's going to wind up doing these checks as well, and in fact has done a handful of them already. He came into the back of Desert, at least to some degree, because we're still missing some things that we need for Go mode when it comes to keys.
And, like, I wouldn't feel bad if I was in Arm Juice, because, yeah, you're in here, you're doing Desert, you're going to have to come back and do Mire, but Shady's going to have to come back to do Desert. Guy's already done Mire. And, oh, there's another Ice Palace Mall. That's number 6. I wonder if that'll... That's also our last
Now
pendant.
drive him over there.
Mire Desert Pod is our pendants. That should drive him over there. I mean, he doesn't have a lot left.
And in fact, here he is.
Yeah, and I think Shady's about to head up the mountain. And we'll get his full TR with his DDM. Shady actually gets to do full DM in one go. Full DDM. He gets to do Dark Death Mountain into TR into GT, if GT Big's up here. He can't do TR. Bombos is in ice. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything that happens in a race like this. You got 2 different people you're watching who are doing 2 completely different things, and it's hard to keep track of who's got what. And he's doing this for the routing. Just so he can get the Bari key. Oh, true, because Thieves Town Big is in Hookshot Cave.
So Shady will be leaving the mountain, at least briefly.
I forgot what this is. Desert. I think this is Desert and Thieves Town Bigs. Because I think Thieves is in here, and Desert, I think, is the one on the island, right?
I believe so.
IPBJs. We do get to see a. Oh no IPBJ. He got big key and has a billion smalls. He doesn't have to do IPBJ.
And here I was hoping for the IPBJ room hover.
I mean, Arm might be able to do it. Yeah, we're gonna drop down and get our $20. Yeah, Arm wouldn't really be that far behind if it wasn't for the Mire dip. He is gonna have one less mountain climb here at the end. Well, I guess actually not really. They both did DDM. Ooh, there's actual powder.
With the location of those other two big keys up on Dark Death Mountain.
What do you think of the Swamp Big being in TR?
I think I'm willing to last locate that check.
Ooh, and lamp. Okay. We were definitely
put all of these dark rooms in logic eventually. It had to show up.
Yeah, but that means we were supposed to come up here earlier.
I don't know that we've really seen a ton behind it.
Somebody just realized that that's the way to get bow. Is you had to have that lamp.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out what about the bow in... Could the Hera Big Chest bow be the logical first bow then?
Where was Hera Big again?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Goldwood said Hera Big.
That sounds right. And we had easy access to that because we had Hammer Glove Dark World access.
Yep. Arm, I don't think Arm's ahead. Yeah, I think Arm's behind, but this mode's so weird. I think it's close. I do think it's close. He doubled at Mire though, which Shady did not. So there's a useless Quake medallion.
Very useless Quake medallion. Shady would like that time back, but you know, here you are. You're making the check. You're still looking for some keys.
Still looking for 3.
And they're probably all in GT, realistically.
Assuming ARM doesn't goober away the time, fear. Which is... he could over-aggro and die again, or run out of bombs or other resources somewhere. Oh my god, ARM.
Laser Bridge not really yielding things that we're looking for.
TR not really yielding things we're looking for.
True.
I don't think we found any of our items in TR. But I mean, ARM ain't gonna skip it. You can't. You'd have to think you're roughly 1,000,000 years behind.
Vidi down for Armlex, Trinex down for Shady Force. Shady Force is going to have to declimb the mountain now because at the very least he has to do Thieves Town before he can get into GT.
So, hilariously, if you want to see Zap really go crazy, just wait until I run Randomizer with him, or until I run Mystery. Oh, GT Big is right side desert. Where was desert 4?
That is an excellent question.
That may put him ahead.
It's certainly the first time in a while where we can say Armlex just got something that Shady doesn't have, and it's not necessarily immediately on his path either.
Well, it depends. Somebody is saying if it's Thieves Town. If it's just
True.
in Thieves Town, then it's fine. That still means that you could theoretically gamble a little harder on GT here. Theoretically. Yeah, that's going to be the problem. Does Shady go to Pendant Desert before he goes to GT? Having already done a lot of the checked-in desert. Well, he's already done the first check or 2 in the back and all the front he can do. So it'd be big chest, right side, and a back key or 2.
And that
it's still like 5 checks.
Small number 4 was in the switch room there on the way to the attic in Thieves Town, so Shady has all of them now.
The unskippable check. I think you're right. I think he definitely does desert after this, but there is a world where he definitely could not.
I could see making the play for GT, but at the same time, you're thinking, well, you know, if I could just pull the stuff that I need and maybe even get that pod key, I can spare myself a lot of time roaming around in GT basement.
We're also going to
Particularly
get
in doing desert, where it's something I have to do anyway, it's AD.
Yeah. Well, the other big thing is we're about to get lava chest. If lava chest is either of the two things, it's probably cooked from there too.
Statistically speaking, not terribly likely, but then it's not statistical at this point so much as it's any one seed, and if this is that seed, well, ARM has a huge advantage.
Okay, it's the DT small. I was about to say it was a small key. I had to bait breath for a second. You should send that one to ARM later, Zeph. That one's pretty good.
JD has blind down. This is another crystal on the board there. Now he has a choice to make. This could be really interesting from the perspective of what this game ends up looking like.
Oh, this is a 100% game decision. If he doesn't go straight to desert, it's over. Okay, not over. This game is pretty close then.
There's ARM's useless Quake. I'm sure he wants that time back too, but he cannot has.
Oh man. So this is super interesting because I think they're going to be in GT. Probably very similar times together. Yeah, we'll get to know exactly how much he's up by GT entry time. We can kind of time it. If ARM could lay us a Mario block.
Game says no. Sometimes the game just does that. What I really don't like is when I do manage to lay the Samaria block, but I'm too close to the pit, and so I just step into the pit through the Samaria block. It takes a special kind of skill issue, but I manage it.
Alright, so Shady's gonna be on his way up the mountain. We still got 2 more laser bridge checks and a boss to clear for ARM. And then he's on his way over to Ganon, or DT. Oh, we are going right, so we are going right side. We are doing the thing that he has to do. I forgot he has to do this too, so this is more time that ARM gets. Yeah, we want this to be an actual game. Oh wait, I love the Think Norm sprite. I do wish at least like the eyes or something would change colors with the armor.
It's a little unfortunate that you couldn't change it in such a manner that it gained more eyes as the male upgrades changed.
Another thing that would be cool is if you added like the little tail, like a little piece of the tail to the Think Norm, and just the ball on the end changed colors.
There's Shady's GT Big Key.
He's gonna breathe a sigh of relief there. Alright, so ARM is essentially up an entire mountain. reclimb. Because he's going to be running across the mountain as Shady's starting to reclimb. Oh, it's not even a full mountain. Jesus.
No, getting Trinex's item and that catch just...
Oh, never mind.
takes a
Arm is
hot
going
second.
back in. Apparently he didn't do the right side over here.
It's a common play. You go to the back where it's more dense and hope that the things you need show up, and, well, they didn't.
Oh my god, this is going to be like...
So all of a sudden this is really close.
Yeah, this is going to be like... Zelda's going to be in the GT first. By probably less than a minute. By a screen and a half, essentially. Just go, Arm!
Or if Armlix can't actually hit his hook speed.
Just go! Jesus Christ.
That's one reason that I don't go for that if I don't get it the first time, because as soon as you try to go for it a second time, if you miss it then too, you're committed. You've just committed yourself to throwing away seconds on that screen for nothing.
I'm pretty sure Zap was huffing there.
He's angry about this. Alright, Shady, what do we got? We get some bombs, and we get a piece of heart. Not anything interesting in the first two checks. Armlix is right on his heels.
This is so close.
This is what you want in a race, though, right?
Yes, especially in this mode. This is wonderful. Oh, we're doing a tile room. We're just doing it.
Okay, we're doing it. We're doing the thing.
I mean, this essentially decides things.
$20 piece of heart, $20 and $20. All right, nothing there in compass room for Shady. Going to check the pot key. $50.
And nothing. We just lost time on that.
Worthless compass on the torch. $20 under the pot. When you get down to this few things that you're looking for, you know you're in for disappointment every time you make one of these checks. It's kind of a terrible feeling.
Like, I'm just sitting here with bated breath because of how close the seat is. Like, I know we're behind now. No matter what happens, it's just... Was that made you a comment?
I do like how Stalko's room was almost a pure 20 rupee farm, then the bee in a bottle showed up at the end to ruin it. And even then it's kind of red adjacent since the fire rod was on the bottle.
Alright,
Game
well...
knowledge there by Shady. Ooh, big key. That's gonna be
There's
the one
pod.
to pod. Okay, finally.
Well, I mean, Shady decided to give us back a little time.
Imagine CTSK4 Go mode in a Kabuki drop. Never happens.
And it's just going to be on the guard at the top of CT. I like how I got no comments of that one.
It certainly could be.
Arn's made up some time from tile room, because if Shady doesn't find the key, he's probably doing it. Unless he just makes the skip, which is possible too.
does feel like Shady has not been that aggressive in skips thus far, so that would surprise me a little bit. But you never know. Maybe you get this late into the game and you think, man, that could be the 20 seconds I need if we're both full clearing the seed.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty close to each other. Like, the issue for us on Crystal Roller Crew is Shady also has a sword up, which normally isn't too big of a deal, but I mean, it's a guaranteed 1-in-1. It's just a guaranteed fast Ganon.
Alright, not in the vanilla big key area. What's the choice, Shady? We climbers? Yeah, we're not gonna do tile room.
Alright, so we don't get that back. We may have lost this race just due. I was gonna say, we can just make Zaph rage enough that he'll just crack his 2 deaths he now has in half. So he now has 4. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Zaph a like whole box of like dollar keyboards that he can just smash whenever he gets tilted at us. This is still super close. We don't know where CT Small is yet.
Now, here's the danger. What if it's not in here?
Well, Zelga had... okay, not Zelga, Shady. I'm thinking of Zelga because he's in chat. Anyways, Shady has options when he leaves here, right? He's got Hera Basement and GT Tile Room. We have the Swamp Big Chest that we got the key for. And that might be it. And Pyramid Fairy, of course. We have Pyramid Fairy as well.
And the 2 big key locked chests, the one being the boss in Battles of Darkness.
Yep, and the CT and the CT clone.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of options.
Now, all of those options may just be absolutely nothing, as we get a CT SK4 in one of these 4 checks on the top of the climb. Well, 5 checks.
5 checks. We got a mini Helma that's giving us a check too.
Yes, we do.
They are so close. It's like 2 or 3 rooms apart. This could literally just be, even if the key's on path, it could literally just be a fall besides the game. There it is. Now it's just an execution game. Alright, go mode for arm. They still have to execute. We still have a GT. We have an Aga clone. And we have a pod to execute. Oh, we're hovering. We're making up a little time with the hover.
A little. Moldorm's not terribly long when you have Butter Sword.
No, it still saves a few seconds.
Nice triple by Shady there.
The ball got eaten by the wall.
Yeah, double with the ball eaten by the wall.
Oh, one of his hits didn't count.
Yep. Oh well. It was going to 3 cycle either way at that point.
Arm just missed both of them. So now he's behind an Aga cycle. I'm just on bated breath because of how close this actually is.
Shady's remembering not to kill key yards that he does not need to kill anymore.
Crypto the Necrodancer for Shady.
It's so good, it's just got so much energy to it.
Arm, it helps if you actually hit the guard with the arrow. Or the sword. Ooh, that hook speed is real nice.
Would have looked even better if he wasn't about half a tile off the wall.
Gold sword is not necessarily that big of a bonus. It's a guaranteed 1-in-1, but if both runners can do the tempered sword 1-in-1, it's pretty much same speed. Shady wins the hook dash. There's no blue bolt. That's one of the good thing about this mode. We still have a pod. My teammate is hoping for the little bit. Is it faster to run from here than it is to mirror flute?
Mirror flute get back into the dark world? Maybe. If Telethar's still here, he could tell us.
Oh, Arm's doing the other way. The Zap is coping hard.
With lamp.
That's why I said hard cope. Still going to be a crazy close race, which is awesome. Such a close race.
Solid Helmy, he's got a text box attached, but that doesn't matter. He's got a green pendant, and you need that only because you have to have it to kill the pig.
Oh, Helma didn't walk down into the bomb. Oh yeah, we're losing to tile room time for sure.
It's that, or it's the death in Eastern Darkroom.
Or the double Diplomeyer.
Yeah, there are certainly a handful of things in this that Armalix is going to look back at and say, man, if only X, whatever X he wants to pick there, because there are a few. Oh no, Silvers, you're filling me full of them. Go ahead and get your GGs ready, because Shady Force just has to finish out this fanfare, and he's going to pull this game for the spoilers. Armalix is not going to be terribly far behind here. Ganon was a little uncooperative there, though.
GG's to Shady. We will take splitting with the spoilers. Very happily.
That's what we call a nice close race.
For sure. I mean, it was literally, the tower room was essentially one of the differences. Like we said, we have a couple of things that ARM could have made back a lot of time on, but either way, it was a very solid race.
Looks like we've got ARM in the waiting room. I don't know if we're going to get Shady. It sounded like he might be out and about. I don't know if he'll be able to join us under current circumstances, but we'll find out.
And we are joined by our second place finisher of the seed, Armalux. GG's.
And And he immediately mutes himself. All right, well, this is off to a roaring start.
He has mic issues every once in a while. Yep.
There we go. Okay.
There he is.
It was the reverse of mic issues. Yeah, GG's. That was pretty absurdly close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the Eastern Death, just like hit an enemy, thought it was the Igor. It was not the Igor. Things went bad. I mean, there was like a couple slop things. I think that, I probably lost time. I should have done TR right first. I was thinking like, oh, I should do it second in case I get the items, but like, I thought I was one from go instead of two. So if it's the whole thing is just like out the window because it's supposed to be like, if I hit one from go, I'm supposed to hit the slow check. So if I hit like pot big in front, I get to skip outside. I don't know. Whatever. It's all about the same.
Yeah, the Eastern Death, the Meyer Double Dip, and Tile Room.
And a Moldorm Fall. The also like I just bought like I forgot what state my Switch was in getting into Meyer and just like I don't know what I was doing.
For doing all that though, how close the race was.
Yeah. I mean, it's also I don't know if Shady did Eastern in one go or not, or like if because I didn't have the Eastern big the first time through. I think that was just like a weird spot.
He did have Eastern big
No,
first time in.
but he actually chose to leave on the hammer. He did not complete Eastern.
Oh, so he didn't get the bow. Okay, that
No, he got
that
bow
is-
and then left. He got bow and then decided not to beat the dungeon there.
Interesting. Okay, so we both doubled, and did he immediately go to pod as well, or did he have less smalls?
Mm-mm.
I don't
No,
know.
he went hype and then went left side Dark World. He got Fire Rod and stuff way earlier. But you had mitts for a while longer.
Yeah, and I thought I was like sort of splitting things. Did he? I assume he got flute basically instantly too.
Yeah, he got flute way earlier. You got mitts and hookshot way earlier.
Yeah. I figured that was about a push just with how I was splitting everything. It's like, oh no, I have to run back to CAC one more time or something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, yeah, this was... I think there's a lot of spots where the seed can go bad. I think there's spots where you don't end up getting right side desert like before GT, and that's really bad. Or just like random things like that. Or like end up dipping... I guess... I don't remember. You could order ice first, and then, yeah, that's the Meyer dip. If you just do ice before Meyer area or whatever, but I don't think I had Fire Rod after that, so that was the issue. Yep. Okay.
You have more questions, me and him?
No, I think that was about the size of it. It was a nice right side pod hover.
Yeah, that's some days you have it and some days you don't, and today was when I had it.
Also, how did you like that vanilla Ice Palace big key?
The whole right side of ice was just like, what is happening to me? Because it was like, oh, I go into ice, and I'm like, I should consider skipping the berry. And then I realize I need bombos for pod, or for TR, so I'm like, okay, well, I actually need to full clear this. Maybe I'm supposed to just do right side first and then come back for the berry? I don't know. So I do the whole, like, right side first thing. I get bombos, and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't hit the switch, so I have to go back. And then I get Ice Palace big, and I'm like, am I supposed to just turn around and skip the berry? It was just a mess there.
Well, Shady, when he was going through, decided to backtrack for that Bari, and then realized he had the switch in the wrong position and was going to have to jump backwards around the pegs, which Chad informed us there is such a thing that exists, but I sure don't know how it works.
I have seen someone do it indoors once, and I decided I never want to know about it ever again.
Oh, you were right. It was a door thing.
I knew it. I called it.
There was like some
you all
really
can go back in
heinous
the VOD.
speed where it
That's
was,
in there.
like,
I don't even have to claim it.
semi-required. Yeah, I mean, that was just like a weird like, are you supposed to do? I guess the one thing to note is that like one of the things I kind of like in this mode is if you get into GT mode, usually you're supposed to just rush GT because some amount of the checks that you are going to do on the way that could be out of the way are filled with like spare small keys for all the dungeons that you haven't done yet or that you've already done. Like your fourth and fifth skull smalls and like your sixth swamp small. But like at the time I was in TR, I had every small key except for CT and skull 5. So I was just like, well, there's one outstanding small key that's filling these checks instead of something I need, so I should just do everything. It's kind of weird.
Was kind of odd because you mentioning that the mode does tend to play out that way with all of the additional key drops shuffled around. It's just, well, all of these things before GT are going to be things to put these dungeons I've done in logic, and yet in this case you were not really missing those.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, of course, CT4 go mode.
Yeah. Yeah. The most common go modes in this mode are it's like CT4. The last 3 items I got right. It's like GT big, pod big, or pendant big key, and CT4.
So that's a split for Crystal Roller Crew, and spoilers on the week. Who do you guys have coming up next week?
We have Pagog in co-op cross keys. I believe it is me and Zaf versus Relkin and Will WC in 1, and then me and Zaf again versus Muffins and Will WC. I think that's going to be the weekend one because Muffins is EU time.
Shocker that I'm not playing cross keys.
Yeah. I mean, Zaf tried his hardest to accidentally like say words that meant that the wrong thing happened, but we have bailed him out.
And then for the record, spoilers will be playing Toys and Thieves Attic next week.
Yeah, that should be an interesting matchup as well. I mean, Zelga and Marty are quite a cross keys duo, so, and I think that ours is also going to be pretty interesting. I think every single person between us and Pagog has finished with 3 losses or better in the cross keys tournament at least once, I believe. I might be lying about that, but it's at least, I think, yeah, Zaf has, Will has, I'm pretty sure. And I know me, Muffins, and Relkin, I think we're all in the same play-in a couple years ago, so.
So it sounds like Cross Keys Week is going to be quite a bit of fun. We've still got a couple of more days of this coming up, though. We've got some more Kabuki drop coming your way, including some more games this evening. There are 3, count 'em, 3 Invitational League matches coming up tonight. Starting at 10 p.m. Rando time, that is the Eastern Time Zone. On the North American continent, on SpeedGaming, we have The Good, the Beer, and the Agent. It's going to be homemade beer versus What the Specs. Gamma 2, Beer, Chew, SpeedGaming Prime, 10 p.m. Eastern. That should be a lot of fun. Please come join us for that one. Or you can wait half an hour, and you have JKOLOL's Kaysden versus Beatable Thieves Town, PH 112358 Fibonacci. That's going to be over on SpeedGaming 4. And then, if for some reason you're having late dinner and you missed the starts of both of those and you'd rather watch the Long Shots Dr. Rearworm versus Don't Forget to Track Us' PRD Wong, that's going to be on SpeedGaming 2 at 11 Eastern Time. So yeah, quite a bit of Invitational League matchups still coming up this evening. There is also one game on the slate still for today in the Open League. Mandatory Fun versus Missing Two Bows, that's going to be Leaf and Akuhesh, is going to be on the ALTTPR League. That is twitch.tv/the ALTTPR League. If you're looking for a little open matchup instead, that is a 10 p.m. Eastern start. Karma, I think we've said the things that need to be said and done the things that need to be done. Speedgaming.org/schedule if you'd like to see what else SpeedGaming has going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, shall we? We've been talking for a couple hours now.
Yes, sir. As like he said, we got stuff coming up. Go watch. Have fun watching. Plenty more Zelda for the next few weeks. Thank you for coming with me, Medium. Fun as always. Speed
Always a
Gaming
pleasure.
for putting it on. Arm and Shady for being excellent runners and giving us a good show. And that's my spiel.
Yeah, come back and visit us in a couple of hours here. Watch a little more Kabuki drop action, but for now, we're going to close up shop on this one. Have a great one, chat. We are done.